Hi guys, today's Science of Singing, presented by me, Franco Tenelli, is going to touch the subject of styles and techniques and how do they depend on each other. And I think in that sense there's a worldwide misunderstanding of this subject. I thought to myself, maybe I have a right to speak about different techniques and different styles, not because I'm an opera singer, but simply because I do know those styles and I do sing those styles. In classical music, many people think that opera styles are all the same. And I'm going to touch this subject. I'm going to show you some difference between the styles and the way of support. And I hope you like this program because I think it's due time to really touch the subject. I've spoken to many great singers on this, and the misunderstanding of this subject is based on the singers themselves. Mozart singers, let's say, Rossini singers, the Verdi singers, the Verismo singers, you know, and so on and so on. But when the singer starts teaching things, he faces many challenges. If he's a responsible person, of course, he has to understand, or she has to understand, that there are specifically different approaches to this style. So-called classical technique within classical music is not the same. Even within opera, there are different styles and different approaches to the voice production. And I explain the subtle differences. Difference, for example, between Rossini tenor, Mozart tenor, and Verdian tenor. Or what is the difference in technique in jazz and other styles. I think every teacher in the world would agree with me that support in every style I mentioned is the most important thing. But do we support the same way? Do we use the same position of the larynx, for example, when we sing jazz, or when we sing Rossini or Mozart, or when we sing Verdi? Okay, let's hear first jazz song. It's called But Beautiful. Love is funny, or it's sad, or it's quiet, or it's mad. It's a good thing, or it's bad, but beautiful. Since jazz singer does not require a great projection, he sings with the mic or he sings with a small venue, I'm using appoggio, but my appoggio is very light, logically, because the sound is light. My larynx moves down and upwards, and it does not necessarily compromise my integrity in my sound, because the smaller sound you use, the less is compromised with the change of the larynx or position of the larynx. One of the reasons that some opera singers, especially Mozart, coloratura soprano singers, I mean, majority of them, maybe 95% of them, sing with the upper body. So they sing here, all resonance is here, and using very little chest. So they, when their larynx moves, relatively naturally, as we say, as we speak, it does not necessarily or greatly impact the consistency in the voice. So they can afford moving larynx from down to a higher position. And you can see that in a demonstration of the song that I'm singing, the Mozart. The jazz songs also you can allow yourself to be breathy a little bit. It's just it's good in a style. You don't have to always kind of sing the full supported voice in here. In Mozart, again, it's a grand opera, we know, but the difference is that the whole range of the tenor's range lies, it's higher range, let's say, than Verdian tenor, and it also supported by very light orchestra. I mean, a relatively light orchestra if you compare that to Wagner or you compare that to Verdi. You need projection, it's acoustic singing. You need less volume in your voice, less full body in your voice. You can afford actually to not to have a very low larynx, and you can afford to move your larynx naturally, because it also comes with the coloratura technique. Coloratura technique is managed by better managed by the throatal singing, if I can call it that way, if you like. But you don't hear the throat because it's a smaller sound. But when it comes to more dramatic sounds, as I demonstrate Otello, or more leggero but still Verdi, you need a lower larynx position, and you need a more physical support. You need stronger muscles to support that sound. That's why some singers, like let's say singers Rossini and Mozart, they have problems of understanding or how it works with Verdian singers. Or when they switch from one to another styles, it causes a problem, because then when you switch, it's the impact of the sound, the sheer projection needs to be much greater than when you do it in Mozart or Rossini. And therefore they start pushing, and they also don't have connection with the lower body. So that's the key element of the difference between singers of lighter styles, let's say, as very light styles as jazz, and then we go there, of course I don't want to mix them up, but light Mozart, and then eventually Verdi and dramatic Otello. And this is Mozart, the aria of Don Ottavio from Don Giovanni, Il mio tesoro. Il mio tesoro intanto andate, andate a consolar. Pianto, cercate ad asciugare, and so on. Another aria from Don Giovanni, Dalla sua pace. Dalla sua pace. Example from Magic Flute. Dies will nicht ist bezaubernd schön, nie noch kein Auge ich gesehen. Ich fühle es, ich fühle es, wie es This is an aria of the Duke from Rigoletto. Everybody knows that aria probably. It's La Donna Immobile. There are some roles like Duke that can be done both by dramatic tenors, lyrico spintos, and even just full lyric tenors. And this is one of those roles, Rigoletto. It's more, I think, more likely to be a tenore lirico. Dramatic a little bit more difficult to sing, because of this very demanding passaggio notes, lots of passaggio notes. But it can be performed like in a more dramatic style, like this, for example. Or more traditionally, the Duke is regarded in Verdi's realm, not in general in opera, as a tenore leggero. Okay? Because tenore leggero, you have to make a difference between tenore leggero, when you say he's a tenore leggero, you always have to really make it clear in which styles of opera you're talking about. Because For Verdi, tenor leggero. It's for Rossini, it's tenore drammatico. And it could be done. It's more leggero style. La donna immobile, quale piuma la vento, muta d'accento e di pensiero, è sempre amabile già drovviso. And here is example of dramatic Othello's death. Non mi tema, s'ancormata mi vede, ecco la fine del mio cammin. When I fall in love, it will be forever. Oh, I never fall in love in a restless world like this is. Love is ended before it's begun, and to make